Have you ever felt trapped in an endless cycle of work with no time to live the way you've always dreamed of? Mark Fisher, author of The Millionaire Lives Next Door, has revealed the secret that has transformed the lives of thousands of people around the world. How to get out of the rat race and achieve financial freedom. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to never again depend on a boss, a fixed salary, or a job that leaves you dissatisfied. If you're tired of working hard and feeling like it's never enough, or if you've ever thought about how incredible it would be to have total control over your life and finances, this video will teach you the path to independence. Stay with me and discover the strategies that can change your financial reality forever. Understand the rat race concept. The famous rat race. You may have heard this term before, but do you really understand what it means and how it affects your life? The rat race is a metaphor for many people's lives, where they live in an endless cycle of working, paying bills, and repeating. Imagine a rat running on an exercise wheel. It tries hard, but never gets anywhere. This is what happens to many people who, every day, wake up, go to work, pay their bills, and at the end of the month are exactly where they started. Mark Fisher, author of the book The Millionaire Lives Next Door, explained this concept brilliantly. He pointed out that most people are stuck in this cycle because they believe that this is how life should be. Study, get a job, work until you retire, and who knows, then start to really live. But let's be honest, how many times have you stopped to ask yourself if this is really the only way? If you feel like you're always working hard, but you don't see any financial or personal progress, you may be living exactly in this race. Now, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt trapped in this cycle? Working just to pay the bills, with no time to enjoy life as much as you'd like? The rat race prevents you from growing financially and personally because you're always prioritizing survival instead of investing in your own freedom. You don't have time to pursue your dreams because you're too busy with day-to-day obligations. The good news is that this cycle can be broken, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about throughout this video. We're going to explore practical, proven ways in which you can break out of this rut and never work for anyone again. But before we get there, it's important to understand how this mentality traps us. People who are in the rat race don't realize that there is another way, because they have been taught to believe that this is the only way to live. Can you live the life you've always dreamed of with this cycle? If the answer is no, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how you can get off this wheel and start building a life of freedom, where you have control over your time and your money. How the traditional mentality keeps you trapped. The truth is that we've been taught to follow a traditional model. Study, get a good job, work for 30 or 40 years, and then retire. But what nobody tells you is that this path doesn't guarantee freedom. It traps you in the rat race. If you've ever wondered why, despite working so hard, you never seem to progress, it's because the traditional mindset focuses on survival, not growth. Mark Fisher said that to break out of this cycle, you need to change the way you see work and money. It's not about working harder, but working smarter. This means developing skills and strategies that will allow you to live more freely. Now for the most important part, how to actually get out of the rat race. I'm going to give you 3 essential keys that can transform your financial life. Tar 1. Develop multiple sources of income. Dependence on a single job is dangerous. When you depend on just one source of income, you're stuck. The first step to getting out of the rat race is to create multiple sources of income. This can be done by investing, starting your own business, or even creating a side job. Think about passive income, such as investments in shares, rental properties, or even royalties from a product or service you create. This way, you start to have more financial freedom and less dependence on a steady job. 2. Entrepreneurship. Create your own path. Entrepreneurship is one of the best ways to get out of the rat race. When you have your own business, you create your own source of income and have control over your time. It doesn't have to be huge. Many people start small side businesses while they are still working, and over time, these grow to become their main source of income. Entrepreneurship means having control. And Mark Fisher has always stressed the importance of controlling your financial destiny. After all, When you own your business, you're no longer trapped in the traditional work cycle. 3. Financial knowledge is power. Finally, you need to learn to master money. Investing in financial knowledge is fundamental to getting out of the rat race. This includes understanding how money works, how to invest, save, and make money work for you. Most people fail at this because they have never learned the basics of finance. But if you take the time to learn about investments, budgeting, and planning, you'll see how control of your financial life starts to change. Reading books like Mark Fisher's The Millionaire Lives Next Door or others on finance can be a great starting point. This knowledge will give you the tools you need to make better decisions and avoid falling into financial traps. Change of mindset from employee to owner of your time. Now that you know the keys to getting out of the rat race, the next step is to change your mindset. The truth is that in order to live a financially free life, you need to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an owner. This means adopting a growth mindset where you're always looking for ways to improve, learn, and grow. Mark Fisher talked about this a lot. He said that in order to break free from the rat race, you need to be proactive about your financial life. Instead of waiting for things to happen, you need to take the initiative and create the opportunities that will lead you to success. This change in mentality is essential. It will give you the impetus you need to start applying the strategies we talked about earlier, and over time, you will see your reality changing. Discipline and consistency. The road to freedom. Financial freedom doesn't happen overnight. It is built with discipline and consistency. There's no point in knowing all the strategies if you don't apply them continuously. You need to create habits that lead you to success, whether it's investing a small part of your income every month or dedicating a few hours a week to your side business. Mark Fisher always stressed the importance of consistency. He said that even when the results don't come immediately, you have to stay focused and keep applying the strategies. Over time, the effort will pay off and you'll start to see progress. Benefits of getting out of the rat race. Now think about what your life would be like if you were out of the rat race. You would have total control over your time, being able to decide when and how to work. Your financial security wouldn't depend on one job, but on the multiple sources of income you've built up. This would give you the freedom to travel, spend more time with your family, or invest in your hobbies and passions. Mark Fisher believed that this is true wealth. Having control over your own life and getting out of the rat race is the way to achieve this. If you've made it this far, you've already taken the first step out of the rat race. Now it's time to take action. The strategies we've talked about, developing multiple sources of income, entrepreneurship, and acquiring financial knowledge, are within your reach. But they will only work if you put them into practice. So my question to you is, what are you going to do today to change your reality? If you want to break out of this cycle and achieve financial freedom, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment about which strategy you're going to apply first, and let's go on this journey together. It's time to take control of your life.